The following Toku Podcastu contains spoilers from both past and present tokusatsu, anime, manga, movies and other related media. If you do not wish to be spoiled, we suggest turning off the podcast now. Otherwise, please enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Tokusatsu Podcastu, a show about Tokusatsu you never heard of. Angel
You remember that? Shit. You did it so fast, it completely caught me off guard. Remember that time Blade dressed up as a bootleg Spider-Man?
That was like the Mexican flea market where they sold those rip-off toys.
No, literally, yeah. He dressed up as like a rip-off flea market Spider-Man toy once.
Man Spider?
No, he was called Spider Hero, and he was like green and neon yellow, I think. No, he was purple and neon yellow.
Wait, so that's fucking Arachnid Man or something from the WWF.
Not quite the same colors. Different shades, but that kind of general color palette, yes.
Oh.
And he had a big logo. He had a big logo on his chest that said Spider Hero on it.
Miter San. There you go. These are the jokes. These are the jokes, people. Take them or leave them. So Jay.
Yes.
What did we watch today? And by today, I mean literally, because I finished this today. As
always, AJ finishes it like an hour before you fucking sit down and record.
No, I finished it before I went to work.
Yeah, close enough. We watched a show that was called Kamen Tenshi Rosetta, or Masked Angel Rosetta.
Or the better Revolver.
I mean...
I would put this above Evolver by sheer fact that I laughed at it.
By simple virtue of the fact that things happen to it, and then actors are, relatively speaking, competent, and I have some minor investment in what happens in a few episodes.
You do?
At least one or two, yeah.
We'll get to who I was invested in as we go along, obviously. But, Jay, this is going to be the easiest fucking plot synopsis in the world. So what's the plot?
Okay, so the plot of the show revolves around your typical teenage high schooler, Asuka Jin, I believe her name was.
Yes.
I legitimately forgot.
Yes, it was Asuka Jin. I only know that because Asuka wrestler Jin Tekken.
Fair enough. So she is your cliche Japanese high school girl. She's got a bumbling salaryman father and a mom who exists and does things, I suppose.
I mean, at least the mom's not dead.
No, that's true.
That's a point, I guess.
That is a point. She does have both parents. And her ordinary, carefree life has changed when she finds out that her clumsy, oafish father is in reality the local superhero, Theron, who is powered by one of a line of heroes powered by the Egyptian gods, who stalks the night to hunt against evil vampires and other such monsters that want to prey on humanity.
This is the worst version of Mummies Alive. Which
is literally just the plot of Moon Knight, by the way.
Oh, what?
That's literally...
I went the Mummies Alive route. Holy shit.
This is literally just what Moon Knight is about. An Egyptian-powered superhero working for the gods to fight vampires. Yeah, this is just Moon Knight. And so, after discovering this, she finds out that she is also destined to become the next hero, the eponymous Rosetta. And she does, and then they fight vampires,
Are they vampires?
They're
might be vampires. They might be like vampires.
It's kind of like with the show's sort of sequel, spin-off, whatever, Vanny Knights, where they're vampire-esque monsters in that their primary motivation is to feed on humanity and drink our blood. But they're also like your typical Monster of the Week thing, where they are just kind of monster people. They're your standard kaijins too. So they're vampire-esque, but they're basically just vampires.
That sounds
yeah, that's
stupid.
the fucking plot. There's no other really story to this.
There's not.
It's such a hardcore Monster of the Week type thing that there is no further plot to discuss.
You know what though?
I do. Yes.
I got nothing for that. I was just gonna leave it there. All
I
right,
was waiting
look.
I was waiting for you to say.
So
say like
I will say this.
Shitpost.
I will say this. I have never seen a show give up as hard as this one has. Like, this show gave the fuck up 3 episodes in. Like, at first it was going to be like, oh my god, it's Rosetta and we're going to be the monsters of the week. You know, it's all this fucking bullshit.
Sing it.
I don't know. Show didn't give me anything else to fucking listen to.
That's fair.
Fucking, like, it's the monsters of the week, fighting the monsters. And then, like, episode 3 and 4, it's just like, who fucking cares? Do you care? I don't care. The director didn't care. We had fucking Bruce Lee for no fucking reason. What was that? I don't know. Look, again, I have never seen a show give up so hard as this show did. Because it seemed like it was going to have, like, an actual storyline through the 13 episodes. But then it just said, fuck it. Fuck it.
Yeah, there's kind of a excuse me. There's kind of a setup of a plot in regards of your standard, great power, great responsibility trauma of Asuka doesn't want to have to be Rosetta. She just wants to live her life, and her dad's kind of trying to force her into taking the role now that she is unfortunately given the powers. And he's like, I didn't want you to have these powers yet, but circumstances. And he's kind of trying to force her into it early, and there's a little bit of conflict there. But then she just kind of gives up bitching about it after episode 3, and then
halfway into episode 3.
Yeah, there really isn't any build up to her changing her mind on it. It just kind of happens.
It's really weird because, again, and I'm going to use this word a lot. I'm going to use this phrase a lot. They gave up. They give up the whole thing with Asuka wanting not to want to maybe so what blah 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 be a superhero. They give up the dad kind of being bumbling immediately. By the way, they give up so much.
No. I mean, the dad's still a complete fucking.
Well, they give it up like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be his main thing. He's just a drunk, useless salaryman. But it's no, he's actually a good dad. He's actually a legitimately good father to this chick. But it's weird. They give up so much, and then honestly, Jay, this episode that we're doing right now, we literally could go episode by episode and just review all of them. Because 1, it's 13 episodes, and 2,
I wish it was 13 minutes.
Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, the show needed some editing.
And 2, there's so little that happens in each episode. There's really not much we can say about all of them.
Not really, no.
This is unfair, I know, but K-Tai 7, this is not.
No.
Oh, no. All right, look.
Well, I mean, again, we could have watched fucking, I don't know. I'm going to pull a random show out of my head, and I swear to God, if it lands up on the wheel, I'm killing myself. We could have done, fucking Bokenger or something last week, and Bokenger is just kind of, average for most of it, from what I remember. And even then,
I spanned the wheel and we got Bokenger. I'm just kidding. No,
it's gonna fucking happen. I know it's gonna fucking happen.
I don't even think it's on the wheel. I think that's how many people fucking remember it.
Look, I don't even discount it happening at this point. But it's again, they're really episodes just kind of there's no real through plot. A lot of, especially after episode 3, up until the last 2 or 3 episodes, every episode basically just kind of happens without the protagonist even being there. There's
there's a few that just it's the dad. That's it focuses on the dad, or one. It doesn't even focus on any of them. It focuses on the literally who's side character,
or the fucking victim of the week instead, and then Rosetta or the dad just kind of happen to show up near the end. Which, if that was kind of the gimmick that they went around with, where almost a little bit like Garo in a way, where it's not focusing on the hero, it's focusing on the victims in a Monster of the Week anthology kind of thing, and then the hero shows up at the end, and maybe he's kind of dispersed in throughout. If it was kind of like that, I'd be fine with it. But then like it's really lazy the way they do it. And like I don't even necessarily mind that it focuses on the dad either, because fucking the dad is the most entertaining of the the main cast.
He is the best character
He's
in
so
the
good.
show.
I legitimately wish the show was about him, to be entirely honest.
I mean, everything about him is so much better.
Oh, yeah.
I like his story better. I like his actor better. I like his antics better. Fuck's sake, he just was better. Yeah, he looks like Batman, Bible Man mixed together, but fuck, he was.
God, he
was
does
still
look
cool.
like Bible Man, doesn't he?
Right. He's Egyptian Bible Man.
He looks like Dark Bible Man, basically. He's Bible Man Old Testament form.
He is just the more exciting character because he has better episodes for him. It feels weird, especially because we see how it goes in the show, but it honestly feels like he was the one who was going to get the spotlight, not his daughter.
And honestly, if that was what the show was too, I think it'd be really entertaining. Where it's like the show sells you as being like, oh, it's this teen heroine who's learning to get her powers, but like it's actually just her daily shenanigans as she has to navigate a world where superheroes and monsters exist, and her dad happens to be a superhero, and then maybe at the end she gets her powers. Like that would be fucking entertaining as hell. That would be so much fun if that was what the show was, especially because the dad is so good and Asuka's just kind of bland, and I don't want to be too mean, but she's not a very good actress in this. I mean, this was Rei Yoshi's first or second role. This was her first starring role at the very least. Mm-hmm. And I can't recall if she did anything. I can't recall how old she was at the time. I mean,
she could not have been any more than like 18, 19. More
than likely not. I mean, I know this is kind of an unfair comparison because she wasn't a main character in that, but compare her to Rina in Drive, and she is a vastly different performer. She's a vastly different character and has a vastly different screen presence. Because yeah, that's one of the few talking points about the show is that the protagonist went on to be everybody's favorite mad scientist Christmas cake from Drive.
Everybody's favorite porn actress.
The show kind of leads you in expecting that it's going to be one of those kind of shows where just, oh, it's full of, oh, hey, it's that guy from that, but like, not really a whole lot. And what they do pick is, I mean, it's fucking weird. Like, the dad is the professor from Red Baron, and like I don't know if it's like his manager or boss. The one the older office worker lady he talks to was she's one of the support team members in Ultra 7, and the dad's boss is fucking Ryder 2 for some reason. I don't know why the fuck he was in this show. I mean, hey,
what else was he doing?
Props for getting somebody at least.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like this show is like it's weird to say, but it's on the cusp of being interesting. It's almost interesting, but it's not, and it's weird.
For a majority of the show, it is very stock Toku Monster of the Week type plots. Like, you've got, in an early one, you've got the producer who's trying to get, cute, lovable girls to be his actresses, quote unquote, and in actuality, he's, luring them in to kill them. Or you've got the one monster who's like an immortal, and she keeps luring and seducing people, and etc., and to kill them. Like, one of the few enjoyable Monster of the Week type plots was like, there's the weirdo drifter Bugman who's just singing a song about how cool it is to cut school and give up on work and just go into the mountains and live like hippies. And I mean, he's just doing it to kill and eat people, but it's still at least entertaining. And I like the song. The song was really catchy.
I see. It's weird because he's one of the only ones who has like a memorable fight scene because he just gets fucked. He doesn't even put up a fight. He just gets fucking murked.
No, he does, and then later when he comes back, he gets murked so fucking hard.
That was a hate crime.
It's legitimately kind of disturbing at some points with just how fucking violent. Like,
no, that was hilarious. I don't care when like she fucking curb stomps him and then pushes her thumbs into his eye. Like, that wasn't necessary.
No, what wasn't necessary was destroying his guitar after she murdered him, American History X style.
The best part, too, is like, the guy's obviously dying, but she keeps bashing his head into the fucking tree. I'm like, why is this so violent?
It's so funny, too, because Asuka's not even transformed. She's just civilian mode, beating the ever-loving shit out of this monster. And
that's what I'm saying. It was like, bro, where was this scene in Black Sun?
It kind of happened with the bird kid, though.
Yeah, but we didn't see it. If we saw that in Black Sun, I'd be like, you know what? I think the Kaijin got a point here.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think I would have been on their side if I saw them get curb stomped like that. Holy fuck. Oh no,
but like,
speaking of racism, then you got the fucking scorpion lady or spider lady getting whipped like Jesus.
Oh yeah, the fucking bondage monster lady, because of course there fucking is.
There was like two technically.
Well,
not two, but there were like two schmixy seductress.
Well, there was the creepy BDSM scorpion lady you were talking about, and then there's the one I brought up earlier, the weirdo, like, I think she was like a mantis or something, who was trying to just like seduce random people to kill them and make new husbands, you know. So
yeah,
not quite the same thing, but that general vibe of like weirdo pseudo-sexual kind of monsters.
And like, I know we're kind of going off all over the place, but that second to last episode was so weird because of how fucking like it's like it almost felt like the director was like, you know what, I fucking hate all of you and I hate these monsters. We're gonna just destroy the suits in the most grotesque way possible.
To be fair, that's kind of what the last 4 or 5 episodes was. They were just kind of like, ah, fuck it, whatever.
Oh, like was it the seductress lady that had a bunch of shaving cream just out of her fucking face?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
That was fucking all. That was weird, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Again, we're kind of going all over the place, and I admit that. But the show is just there's like points where this is interesting.
It's so by the numbers for a majority of it, with very few interesting curveballs. The plots are so just adequate. They're not even like bad or incompetently written, or just, it's not even, I would say, that they're dull on paper. It's just that it brings absolutely nothing new at all, and it's just like,
I put that up
just the
entirely
same
to,
fucking
like,
plots you've seen in every other show.
I put that up entirely to the way this was also fucking like, all right, well, let's be fair. The way that this was filmed, scored, and acted, everything about it feels like we want to be professional, but we don't know how to be. Like, so much of this show is silent. Like, silent. Like, no music, no sound effects, just silent. And it's awkward. Like, where's the music? Where's the gravitas? There's a fight scene going on, and it's like if you went to a wrestling show and you don't hear the announcers. It's like that. It's like, it's so weird. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, and like, if that were like a stylistic thing, I think it'd be, I'd be fine with it. But it's like, you're trying to do these stock hero plots, and then it's just like, there's no music playing, and like the sound effects barely exist, and you just have like the flat dialogue. It's so like, it's unfinished. It's like they
100%.
just didn't include the music.
What was a show that I said that about, where it felt like you know what? It feels like Armor Heroes, where it's like,
no,
it almost feels like Armor Heroes, where it's like, it feels not done. Like, the mixing is not done here.
In that regard, I'll agree with you. I mean, this show is nowhere close to being Armor level Heroes of incompetent, but I would agree with you at the very least on the mixing and the editing regards.
But
also,
see, they didn't go to
their
space.
cinematography is complete dog shit. So.
And they didn't go to space.
They didn't.
Well, no, the dad did, but he got fucked into
space. So we got halfway there.
We need to take this flight to space.
Back.
He got better.
I mean, yeah, he's just that fucking cool.
He got better twice.
He did.
How
he got impaled with steel pipes and got sent to the fucking moon, and he just came back perfectly fine.
He was just like, I got better.
Literally.
But like, again, there are like episodes that I feel, had this been done in Rider or Sentai or even Garo, this would be way better. Like, for example, the frog episode with the weirdo. Like,
the fucking
guy.
frog one where like some random coworker of the dad's gets killed by
That made me laugh though.
By just accident. I think I don't remember how he died. He just kind of dies.
No. I remember this too. So he was supposed to get the trophy that he mistakenly gave to the dad because he's a fucking idiot. And on his way to get the trophy, the letter to the dad, the card that has the dad's address flies out of his hand. And because of this, he looks for the card and gets run the fuck down. What the fuck? And that happens all within 5 minutes.
It does.
I'm not gonna lie, that caught me off guard so bad.
That episode was really weird because it's like it shifts really hard into like, I almost want to say shitpost comedy, but it's kind of like the show doesn't even really care. It becomes like a self-parody to a degree, because like the coworker gets brought back to life as a zombie by a monster of the week, and like absolutely nothing changes at all, and it's just Asuka and her mom like forced to fucking put up with this literal zombie in their house while the dad's off doing just his regular fucking job. It's so weird. It's such a weird episode. Like, and there are episodes like that too. Like I don't remember. I think it was like 9 or 10. There's the one where like the fucking creepy mime episode.
Oh, that one was wow.
Where Asuka and her friends find a magic wish granting mime who gives them balloons that will grant their wish, which is not nearly as bizarre as it sounds in context, but it's still bizarre.
And not nearly as like, interesting in execution.
No, but it's like a weird monkey's paw thing where it's like they get their wishes and it turns out that like every single possible facet of it goes wrong. Like Asuka's thing is that she wishes for a kid, and like the kid already has superpowers, and she's like divorced at fucking age 16.
The kid kills her
The kid
mom.
kills her mom, and the dad brings the kid to get fucking sent to jail for it. And then like the tone of that episode's really fucking all over the place,
dude.
Because her friends
part.
her friends legit get fucking sold into like sex slavery at one point, both of them independently, and then she's just like having weird adventures in child raising. Fucked.
The weird part is, and I know this is gonna sound really bad for saying it this way, the most comedic part of the entire episode, they were gonna commit group suicide.
They almost did, yes.
They almost Thelma and Louised it hard, and they didn't. I was like, what the fuck? And you know what's even worse is that it literally, again, I hate saying it this way, it literally is a cut from the idol chick getting plowed, the bunny chick getting sex slaved, and Asuka watching her mom die. Like, what events can you lead to this? Like, how do you get here?
And then the show just breaks the fucking fourth wall and rewinds to find the mime in their weird dream lives, and then they just jump to like a school to fight the mime, and then like shit just kind of starts happening from that point to the end of the episode. It's like, if there were more episodes like that, I think, like, because like that's the thing, is like after around episode 6 and 7, they just stop caring, and they just kind of like start doing random event type plots. Like there's the one that's just entirely about like how the dad met the mom, and it was like it kind of like an origin story for the dad too, but like that one was really interesting, mostly because it focused on the dad, and like it's where they kind of introduce a like, oh, that's not how the story went, here's how it really went, but then they only do it once, and then they just kind of ignore it for the rest of the episode.
Yeah,
that was kind of disappointing. I expected that to be the setup of like the dad tells this cool, awesome story about how cool and how much of a badass he was, and it's like, well, the way I remember it is blah 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 blah.
And the mom just comes in, he's a fucking dork.
Basically. And then like you do the thing at the end where like actually it's kind of in the middle. But then of course the convenient parts where he becomes Pharaon is obviously when the mom's gone. So it's like that was total bullshit. You can't tell me that happened, kind of thing. You do that little like wink nudge moment, but like no, it's just otherwise told completely straight beyond one moment of the dad actually just kind of being a goof with the mom. So.
But like, and then you have
I
like
still enjoyed the plot though.
And then you have the again, to go back to the weird like frog shit post, right? Like I kind of enjoyed that because it felt again like it was a shit post, but this is going to be really really specific. It was not an adult shit post. This was like a 12-year-old found B and tried to green text.
This is like a bad Kamen Rider comedy episode. This is like a Riku Sanjo comedy episode
with effects to fucking boot.
Oh god, yeah.
The effects in the show were fucking bad.
The effects in the show were bad. The cinematography was inconsistently bad. Where some episodes it'd be really just kind of fine, like you'd get decent angles, you'd get decent lighting, and the other ones it's just like not even trying. The fights fucking blew outside of like one or two of them. It's just kind of like whatever at a lot of points. Like I don't, as far as I'm aware, this wasn't really produced by any particular company.
Subaraya.
Was this actually Subaraya? Because I know it's the same producer who did Vanny Knights. And
it's Subaraya.
It's the only connection. I know that was Subaraya.
This is connected to Vanny Knights, which is Subaraya. So they're both Subaraya.
Okay. Because I was looking it up and I was like, okay, I know it's the same producer and absolutely nobody else is connected. And I didn't see any Subaraya credits. So I must have just missed that.
But that's the weird thing, right? It's like every single episode has that little like it's like eating a steak, but like only one side, like only one part of it's salted, like only one part of it's seasoned. Where it's like all of it's pretty bland, but that one little thing, it's like, whoa, where was this the whole episode? Like again, like that episode with the seductress mantis woman, like where the fuck did the Bruce Lee thing come from? I don't know, but for some reason that was entertaining enough for me to go, all right, that happened, cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. And there was another episode too that kind of happens. And what episode was it? I don't remember.
Fuck.
There was one I wanted to bring up where something like that happened. Now I'm blanking on it.
Use your brain, Jay. Use the brain.
Trying to brain activate.
There's the 2 episodes. There's the idol one. There's the Bruce Lee one with the mantis. There's the singing man.
Oh, now I remember.
Oh, yeah.
It was the one where the show randomly becomes like an pro-environmental episode. Where
what the fuck was that?
Yeah, like there's a monster living in the forest that's trying to kill people that are trying to tear down the forest for urban development. And there's that weird debate of whether or not like the dad just wants to kill the monster because obviously they're all fucking evil because they're evil vampire monsters. And Asuka's trying to protect the monster because she thinks it's good because like some weird fucking ghost kid just shows up, starts talking to her about how the monster is okay. And then like some other person who knew the ghost kid and the kid who became the monster, I think. And it's like at the end, everybody loses. The dad just kills the monster, and they tear down the fucking forest. And like, it ends with Asuka having like a fucking aneurysm because of all like the forest crying or something. Like that happened. I'm like, is this show gonna like? Is she gonna fucking turn heel and become the final boss?
That'd be amazing.
Show? Which would be fucking great.
Like, I found it really weird though because the little girl came in. Help me, Eco Gator. Wrong show. She just fucked off.
It did have a very similar name to that, which I guess fits because it's a weird like eco environmental monster. So.
I really hope we get Eco Gator.
We will soon. I know it in my heart of hearts that we'll get Eco Gator soon.
And then we get fucking Paralyzer. What the fuck was the one for Sogo?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna call it Paralyzer from now on.
Sure. Well, we'll call it Paralyzer because it was probably so bad that it was gonna kill us.
It's only 3 episodes. How? You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I can't even say that.
Yeah, don't do that. That's what we said about fucking Evolver.
The last time I said that, we had Wecker.
Exactly.
Fuck.
And the time before that was fucking Evolver. And
that was
Evolver
6 episodes.
What?
That was only 6.
No, exactly. That's what I'm being like. Is like every time you're like, oh well, it's only blank amount of episodes. What can go wrong?
Could this possibly be?
Exactly.
And then it turned out to be the worst fucking shite imaginable.
Which I'll give the show this credit, is that it wasn't that fucking bad. It was I don't even say mediocre because that's like,
you know what? I'll
so
say it
aggressively average.
You know what? It is, by all definitions, sustenance. It gives you your vitamins, it gives you your minerals, but it doesn't taste really good, but it also doesn't taste bad. It just is. Maybe you can taste a hint of cinnamon in there somewhere, but it just is. It is just there for sustenance.
Yeah.
That's the way I could describe it.
I kept having that moment where, like, there was the occasional, like, weird episode, or, like, an episode which just kind of end weird. Like, again, the environmental one where it ends with her having, like, a fucking mental breakdown. I was like, I kept waiting for the other shoe to drop, proverbial speaking, like kind of what happened with Vanny Knights, where the show just suddenly dovetails into Psychoville. But no, it just kind of stays that way up until, like, the closest it gets is the second, like, the last 2 episodes, where we get a random boss rush, as we've described, of Asuka just going psycho mode on the monsters. Like, they all just come back, and she just is not fucking having it. Does not even put up with it, and just curb stomps the shit out of all of them.
I like the fact, and this is not even a joke, she's just fucking angry at, one, the monsters coming back, but also just because she has period cramps. She basically just had period cramps, and she's like, fuck this, I am not doing this today. I am not doing this today.
If that was, like, if that was what the episode was really focused about, I think that would be more entertaining. Honestly,
yeah, because, like, it's like you said, she was just like, her entire attitude was just like, I'm not doing this. She's just in such a terrible mood that she's not even putting up with the villain's bullshit. She does that thing that you always joke about, where, like, she just immediately goes for the finishing move, doesn't even care about the plot, doesn't even care about what's trying, like, no build up. She's just immediately like, I don't want to fucking be here, and just immediately starts trying to kill the monster. I mean, in fairness, like, the brutality, like, she brutalizes these motherfuckers hard. And if that was the entire episode, that would be great. Because I would have been there laughing like, oh my god, she is murdering this fucking bondage chick so bad that she peed herself. What the fuck? Like, what? she's like committing, like, actual hate crimes against these things. And I'm like, this is fucking funny. This is hilarious. But then it just kind of stops, and the dad just gets thrown to the moon.
But I mean, hey, I totally understand that feeling. You know, you get that time where you just wake up and you have absolutely no energy, and you're just a terrible, rotten mood for the rest of the day, and you just don't want to deal with anybody's bullshit, and you just want to go straight through everything and just get done with your life and stop dealing with it. I have those days all the time. I totally understand that. And up until recently, it's actually, actually, not to get serious, but it's kind of been a problem in my daily life having these kinds of days. But recently I have found something that's helped me stay awake more consistently and stop having these rotten days, helps me wake up faster, helps me get a clearer mind. I've started taking it recently, and they've been really helping. It's this little energy drink shot supplement thing. I don't really know the right word for it. It's called Magic Mind. So, first thing in the morning, I pull one out, take a shot, and I'm immediately awake, and I have to, all of the stresses of getting to work and dealing with public transportation and actually paying attention and setting stuff up at work at the first thing in the morning has been absolutely nothing but a breeze. It It wakes me up immediately. It's way quicker than as many cups of coffee as I usually have a day. It's way less impactful on my system. It's way less side effects. It's smooth. It's small. It's a one little serving. Just makes my fucking morning immediately better. And I feel that improvement throughout the entire day. It keeps me awake. It keeps me focused. It improves my short-term memory. And if anybody who even knows who I am knows that I have a terrible short-term memory, I've got the memory retention of a fucking houseplant. And you know what? Drinking this every day, it improves that. And, you know, unlike a lot of these energy drinks or supplements and all that kind of gunk, it's not filled with mystery chemicals or goos or slops or oils or any of this other crap. It's all 100% natural ingredients. It's got you got your herbal remedies, you've got your various herbs and spices and all sorts of other extracts, not extracts in that, you know, expected sense, but you get what I mean. And none of that kind of disgusting, gross, chemically, already, you know, like all natural taste. Like I'm sure if you're thinking, you know, you hear all natural, vegan, whatever the hell, you think it's gonna taste like some disgusting concrete slob. But no, it's really good. It's all wrapped up in one little big package of matcha, and honestly, all you taste is the matcha, and it's matcha, dude. I don't need to explain what matcha tastes like. If you like it, you like it. If you've heard of it, you like it. You don't not like matcha. Nobody doesn't like matcha. So really, just absolutely no reason not to be drinking it in general, honestly, because it fucking tastes great. But yeah, if you'd like to give it a shot yourself, shot, get it, because it's a no. Okay. Joke canceled. Joke canceled, everybody. No, but for reals. If you'd like to give it a shot yourself, they've given me this funny little link here. That's magicmind.com/toku20. At that special code, toku20, TOKU20. By using that link and that code, you can get yourself a 20% off both anytime one-time purchases or any subscription setups that you get. And the first time you use the code, you'll get 56%. Yes, that's 56%. That's more than half. More than half off of subscription. Yeah. More than half off of your subscription fees for at least the first 10 days after you use that code. Which does, in fact, stack with the 20% off, by the way. So you've got a double incentive there to use it. So that's, once again, that's TOKU20 at magicmind.com/the same. Using that and subscribing or doing a one-time purchase, that's 20% off instantly and 56% off a subscription. But yeah, they choose that episode to be the one where the dad's first monster of the week and his fated rival that they only fought once comes back, and the villain of the week from the past has the evil transformation thingy, and then he gets his revenge on the dad by fucking uppercutting him into space. But then, like, the entire next final episode is just Asuka fucking moping around town because her dad got sent into fucking space. And like the dude who came back with the super form is not doing anything important. He just came back to fucking kill the dad, and he's just kind of hanging around. And I'm pretty sure it's only through pure happenstance that Asuka runs into him, and they just decide to fight. And then the dad just comes back anyways, no harm. That's it. There's no real build up to the final battle. There's no real grand scheme. It was just some guy that the dad fought once 30 years ago who came back now for no real particular reason, and they then didn't really do anything with his super ultimate evil form.
I forgot he even had that, I'm not gonna lie.
It's because he uses it to beat the dad, and then he doesn't use it again during his fight with Rosetta up until one, after the dad comes back from space, and two, after they've already defeated him once, is when he suddenly decides to pull it out again. And then Rosetta just gets a fucking rider kick out of nowhere and immediately beats him with no fanfare. And then the show just ends. That's it. It's so, like, aggressively average.
You know what it reminds me of? and I know you're not gonna really agree, but I'm gonna have to say it because it kind of not all of it. It kind of reminded me a bit of Guyford.
I get what you're laying down. I get where you're going with that. Because Guyford was
just yeah.
It very much was that same sort of like by the numbers tokusatsu show.
I will give Guyford this. At least some of the fights were better.
Well, it had better fights, it had better suits, it had better music, better effects, better editing, mostly better actors. Well, I mean, to be fair, that show did have a bigger cast too, so it kind of.
I will say, it's also not entirely fair because Guyford was like 45 episodes, I think.
That is true.
And
it was much longer. Yes.
So the people had longer to grow into their roles and for them to learn. Here it was like you can definitely see by like episode 13 they kind of got their shit somewhat together, but they didn't have enough time to like harness it. Where it's like, oh well, it's over now, so what are we gonna do? Like, it's fucked. And what's even weird, I'm sorry, I was going to say, what's even weirder is that, like, the finale doesn't even feel like it was supposed to be the finale. It just kind of, like, it's another episode.
Yeah. Like, nothing really spectacular happens in the finale. I mean, like, it'd be fine as, like, a two-parter in the midway through the show of, like, that's your power-up arc is, oh, the enemy from the past comes back with a new power-up, and then she overcomes the foe that the dad couldn't fully stop, and that's how she gets her upgrade or whatever. But no, that's your finale, and it just kind of happens with no real fanfare. And there's no real like exciting plot developments either, because again, there's no plot in the show. Like this would be the episode where like we find out that like the mom already knows their secret identity, or the mom finds out the secret identity. Because that's one of the weird gimmicks of the show, is that the mom doesn't know that both her daughter and husband are superheroes, but like it never at any point comes up that they need to keep it a secret. Like there's no reason for them to keep it a secret from the mom. It just kind of is.
They kind of imply very vaguely that the mom knows that some shit is up at the end. She's not stupid in the sense that she knows there's something up there. Like, why is
there is something up there. It's her husband.
Well, yeah, but like, why is my husband coming back weird? Like, why is my husband always weirdly toned for a salaryman? Why does he have scars like that look like swords on his fucking chest? Like, she's not dumb, but I think it's one of those things where like she's okay with making herself believe ignorance. Like she'll be okay not knowing, I guess.
Yeah,
that's what they imply.
They do even imply that in the first, I think it was like the first or second episode when after she gets her powers and after she finds out about her dad, where the dad's kind of just like pretty sure she doesn't know. She's never said anything, and I think she just kind of chooses that way. And then again, like you said, like the end, they kind of imply that she does know, but like there's never any plots where her not knowing ever comes up. Is what I'm saying. Is that there's never a narrative reason given to have her not know.
It makes me feel that they were gonna have her know later on.
Yeah, like that was gonna be a plot line.
Do you think? Because I thought this halfway through. Do you think this was supposed to be longer? Because this doesn't feel like this was their whole story. It feels like they were cut short.
Possibly, because I know this was. When was this? This was like 1997, 98 or so. I think this is like a little while after the Chayo lawsuit happened. So this was Tsuburaya really fucking hurting for cash at this time too. So, and I mean, if you compare it to Vanny Knights, which is the same producer and Tsuburaya, and is basically, a sequel, quote unquote, even though there's no fucking connection at all. Like, that, of course, I guess the show did well enough because it got a fucking movie, too. The show got a movie. I don't know if it's any good or what it's about. Apparently there's just like another Rosetta or something now, but evil
Bozetta.
Or some shit. I think her name is like Freya or something from the title. I don't fucking know. I'm not going to bother watching it.
No one is.
No, unless there's boobies in it, maybe I'll watch it. But then otherwise, I don't really.
Bro,
care.
I'm surprised there were no boobies in this.
To be fair, considering again this is the same guys who did Vanny Knights and the same genre, I'm surprised at how low like horny it is. I mean, like it's definitely horny at points, but it's all like it's not quite to the level of consistent with Vanny Knights where it's very permeating its existence. Like again,
to be fair though, with Vanny Knights, they were all adults.
That is true. That is true. Like the most we get, at least involving Rosetta, is we get a fucking upskirt shot in the second to last episode, and I mean, I'm not gonna complain that they didn't do any more than that because God, I don't fucking have any interest in that at any level. But like, there's definitely like weird sex moments. Like again, we brought up like the random episode with like the idol producer and the girl getting the boyfriend, and he like basically convinces her to become a stripper for money, and like then you get the one with the producers earlier in the show too, and like the weird bondage monster, like, but it's never at the forefront. It's just kind of there a lot of the times, unlike with Vanny Knights where it was very heavily with a lot of the plots and a lot with the characters too. But I think you're right where obviously people being underage, it probably was not.
It's a good idea they didn't do that.
No, I think they held back definitely in that regard, which is probably why Vanny Knights was all about adults.
This is true.
Yeah, I don't really have any more to say about it. I mean, I think maybe, it might have been cut short. I mean, if they had enough content to make a movie about it, probably, but I don't know. I couldn't say for sure, because considering there's no real plot to begin with, I don't think they had any idea of continuing it on. So unless it got slashed down so early on that they just didn't even bother planning for a plot, I couldn't say for sure.
That makes sense to me that they got the call like episode 6, like, hey, this sucks, don't no more. And they're like, well, fuck it then. Fuck it. Just do whatever we want, guys. Whatever. We got canceled. What are they going to do? Cancel us again?
Yes. I believe we call that the Yoshiyuki Tomino effect. Of, who gives a shit? We're canceled.
Is that where Gundam Victory comes in? No, that's not being canceled. That's just being suicidal.
That's Tomino being just fucking done with Bandai and
Life.
Sunrise and just Gundam in general for the. I think what was Victory? I think it was the second or third time he had said, "Fuck it, I'm done with Gundam forever. Stop bothering me." and then he still came back after that for G-Recon.
And then he's just like, fine, I guess I'll come back.
Fine, I'll come back again one more time. You know,
and then
Tomino,
he made
much like the professional wrestler, never actually retires. So
no. Then did he make G-Reco? Did he write G-Reco?
He did do G-Reco, yes.
How the fuck did you write G-Reco? Honestly,
I don't know, man.
I don't even know. I watched that and I still don't know how you write that. It's bullshit.
Tomino finds a way. It's not Tomino's worst story or worst written show. Or
to be fair, I like G-Reco more than like Seed.
Well, I mean, fucking G-Reco's a good show and Seed isn't, obviously.
Don't let the Fujoshis hear you say that.
Fuck them. Who cares?
They'll do that. They'll fuck you just out of spite.
I'd rather the Fujoshis be here than the fucking Yuri fags with the Witch of Mercury. That show's so fucking bland and uninteresting. Jesus Christ.
It's the best show since.
Yeah, that's what everybody said about fucking IBO back when that was going.
IBO is shite, alright? I don't even give a fuck. IBO shit.
IBO was fucking garbage, and we all know it. But everybody fucking ate it up back when it was airing. And it's the same shit that's happening now. But no, it's different because it's the fucking Yuri fags again.
Why do we accept this?
I didn't. I sure as hell didn't accept it.
Dude, I knew from the thing is, you know what? I know we're going on a tangent, but fuck you. It's fucking Rosetta.
We're done. The fuck else is there to say about this?
It's funny you say that about fucking Witcher Mercury, because before this show got announced to be a show, I remember everyone and their mother telling me how fucking awful the novel was. How absolutely garbage it was. So I was like, why is anybody excited about this? You've been telling me for the last fucking year and a half that it was shit. Who cares?
Well, it's because everybody who's excited and talking about the show all the fucking time haven't actually watched the show. They just know that there's gay girls in it, and that's all they fucking care about because they're weirdos and they don't actually care about the show. They just like that the girls are gay, and that's all they're paying attention to. There's no other fucking content to talk about. I legitimately did not even know what the fucking Gundam of the show looked like until after the first season ended, because everybody kept making memes about the main character crushing somebody. And even then, I only saw one fucking meme of the actual Gundam doing it. All of them were just about the fucking main character itself. Nah, dude. Nah. Did we not learn from IBO that we can't make a giant robot show without giant robots in it? That shit don't work, bro. It don't work.
You know the worst.
I guess allegedly the show is the kits are selling well, but whether that means the fucking show has anybody watching it, I don't know.
I mean, I'll be honest. I kind of fuck with the mobile suit, the main suit.
It's okay. I mean, there's been better, obviously.
I definitely like G-Rico though. I like it better.
Well, I mean, G-Rico's good. Yeah.
I like the suit, the main suit, way fucking better.
I mean, if we're gonna compare those two, I mean, G-Rico has characters and a plot.
I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking strictly just the suit.
Suit wise, I mean, I immediately off the top of my head, I can name 3 better mobile suits that I like.
I like the main suit from G-Rico more than this one.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, it's no Turn A. You know, it's no Mark II.
I don't know. I as much as I love Turn A and the mustache, I just like G-Rico a little bit more. I think it's the blue. I will fully admit the blue.
G-Rico looks nice. It's definitely different, but still very within.
Hey, Bandai, how about you stop with the lesbians and give me a fucking master grade of that already, you fucking cowards?
They will once everybody realizes that nobody's actually watching this show. But that's what we said about IBO, and it took them 6 fucking years to stop filleting Barbados. So,
dude,
we'll see.
You know what? I'll say this ain't even about the show itself. Barbados, the MG fucking blows because it can't stand for shit.
It's so ugly. It's such a
It's ugly. It's stupid, and you can't pose that thing in any more than 3 poses, or that thing falls apart like fucking like an RG grandpa. No fucking doubt. It sucked.
It's such a badly designed, both mechanically, just aesthetically, and as a model kit. It is bad on every conceivable level. And they've somehow kept making it fucking worse with every subsequent redesign or spin-off. Fuck's sakes, 00 didn't have that many goddamn variants of the main Gundam, but you know what? At least all those could fucking stand.
Dude, the fucking, what the fuck is it called? The Italian fucking wing Gundam from fucking Fighters is better than this shit. I have that kit, and it's fucking way better than fucking Indominus Fuck Rex, or what the fuck it's called.
That's because all the fucking build fighter sets were designed to be, model kits first. I mean, well, okay, to be fair, that's like every Gundam show, but I digress.
But nobody can tell me that the fucking the IBO suit from the MG, the fucking what the fuck is it called? Barbados. Nobody can tell me that those hips work, because they don't. They are fucking awful, dude.
Those hips do lie.
And the waist too. I swear to God, when I was building that thing popped off so many fucking times, dude. I swear, it was so bad, so fucking bad. Anyways, buy the high grade Moon Gundam. That's a good kit.
I keep meaning to buy that.
That's a very good kit. It's a very nice. A lot of panel lining is needed for that. Obviously, a lot of panel lining. But when you get it right, it is very, very nice.
That's amore.
And you know what? Here's another one for you guys. Buy the RG Crossbones. Be really careful with that fucking eye patch piece, though, because if you breathe, you will inhale it. That's not a personal story. I just know people who have done that.
Are you sure that's not a personal story? Because
because unlike these unlike these fucking numbnuts, I still have my eye patch piece. So
okay,
so
all right,
win.
I'll take your word for it, AJ.
I do know of somebody who actually did inhale it by accident.
His name was
Phil.
I was gonna say like BJ, but like no, wait, actually no.
What the fuck? No, you know what?
Well,
Phil,
okay, BJ Blazkowicz. Okay, that's that. Okay, redeemed. Name is redeemed.
You know
Joke
what?
continues.
Phil would be the one to inhale the eye patch from RG Crossbones. He would be the one. That's right. He's the dumbass who bought fucking RG Grandpa's his first fucking kit. What is wrong with you, bro?
Phil.
So, by the way, Jay, final thoughts?
I was expecting us to go longer on that tangent, to be honest. Honestly, you know what? It's like I said, this show is just so run-of-the-mill average that there's really nothing more to say. It's fine. It's just okay. It's a show that was created at some point and had actors in it and things kind of happened. I just like you know what? I'll be honest. It's probably going into it knowing that it's the Vanny Knights people. Not even like, okay, no, it's the same producer. It has no other connection. So like that could have meant anything. And that's on me for expecting there to be a bigger cross between Vanny Knights and Rosetta. I remember when I was looking up information about the show and I found the Fansubber website, and the Fansubber website still exists, or at least an archive of it. And they referred to this as, quote, "This is what Vanny Knights should have been." And the second I read that, I immediately realized that I am not in for a good time. Because what we liked about Vanny Knights, as we've discussed multiple times, is that it's so completely balls to the wall insane and atypical and just really indescribable that expecting another show because it has the same general aesthetic and a similar, one of the same creators, going into it, you expect it's going to be about the same. Or it's going to have a lot of the same thematic elements, and there's going to be a lot of crossover between it. It's going to be like a proto Vanny Knights. And it wasn't. It was just like the most average tokusatsu show that you've ever seen. And like,
yeah,
if we had done this before Vanny Knights, I think maybe I would have been a little nicer to it. But also, I think I probably would have liked Vanny Knights way more because, like, honestly, if we had done this and then did Vanny Knights, I would have been fucking miserable going into Vanny Knights, and that would have made it way fucking more enjoyable as compared to when we did, when we first did it, we had no fucking idea what it was. We knew nothing about it. We went in completely blind.
Didn't we do that literally right after like X-Aid?
I think so.
Like after our X-Aid rewatch, it was right after, I think.
Yeah, we had just done a really big show, and then we did something like totally random.
Yeah, I remember because we did X-Aid, and then I said, spin the wheel, variable nymphant knights, and you were like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, now I remember.
I was just like, I don't know. What is this?
Boy, I still don't know if that show was porn or not.
It was porn for me. On some level.
That's good to know, AJ.
On some level. On all levels except physical, it was pornography.
I knew you were going to fucking do that. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a show. It's just a tokusatsu show that got made. And that's all I've got to say about it.
To steal a term from the Zoomers, it is one of the tokusatsu shows of all time. I mean, look, my final thoughts are going to be pretty much the same as Jay's. It exists. Like, there's nothing really... look, I love the episode where she just absolutely fucking hate criming on the fucking monsters. That's hilarious. But outside of that, there's really nothing here. I mean, again, it exists. It's not bad. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, this is like Evolver" or whatever. It's just, it just is, and but that's the problem. It is so, it just is. It is so, that it almost kind of like makes me roll my eyes and think, "Oh, what the fuck was the point of even watching this? Like, what's the point of even making this? Like, there wasn't anything. There was no point. It just fucking is." And if you know what, if you're the kind of person who likes Ghost Sager, well, you might like this. Maybe.
Oh, come on now. Nobody likes Ghost Sager.
You sure about that?
I am positive.
I think we both know a certain fishy man who does.
Well, he's not real.
A certain crustacean who does.
Well, if he likes Ghost Sager, then all I'm going to say is
this is the best show he'll ever watch.
Dab.
This will be the best show he's ever watched.
He probably would enjoy this show, yes.
Yep. Again, if you were the type of person who likes Ghost Sager, like boring fucking meh, like you like milk? Do you like bread? Do you like waters and crackers? Then
do you like the later seasons of The Simpsons?
the newest season of The Simpsons and Dirt.
Oh, thank you, Ryu from Streets.
We forgot Water Without Any Ice.
Well, you did say water. So.
Look, if you are the kind of person who likes this shit, you know what? If you're the kind of person who likes King Oger, you'll love this.
Yeah, actually, if you're unironically enjoying... Well, no, you probably wouldn't because so little happens in the show. You're fucking ADDs and being triggered every 10 seconds like King Oger. But
there's too much happening in this show compared to King Oger.
Yeah. This show is like fucking coming down from a speedball after watching an episode of King Oger. Jesus.
To be fair, I've watched a single scene of King Oger after the first episode, and I swear to God, it's like auditory and visual like overstimulation.
I am
what is happening?
Literally only continuing to watch King Oger because Rita's autistic shenanigans are just that entertaining.
And then
I don't fucking care about any of the other characters or the plot or anything. I'm just here to see the funny autistic girl go.
And then they completely forget about that character trait like halfway through, and they just stop.
Dude, if they do that, I'm done. I quit. I'm not coming back. Automatic worst Sentai, worse than Ninja. No, 0, -5 stars.
-5 stars. All right, well, spin wheel.
Spin wheel? Wheel spin?
Eco Ganger? No, it's not. I swear
it's gonna be either that or fucking Bo Kendra, because that's what we've been fucking joking about all goddamn day.
Engine Sentai Bo Kendra. No, that's good.
At least Bo Kendra has good music.
Does it?
At least the music in Bo Kendra doesn't sound like it was stolen from fucking Power Slave.
Hey, Power Slave is way better than this shit.
It is. I wish I was fucking playing Power Slave.
No, the worst part about it was like when they were using like Power Slave, they were just playing like really shitty versions of like classical music.
Yeah, that was really weird.
I don't get. I mean, hey, if they kept it like that would have been interesting, I guess.
It would have been a stylistic choice, if anything.
I would have still fucking hated it.
It would have been annoying, but at least it would have been something.
You know what? This show was time compression.
It kind of was.
I don't remember watching it, but I did.
Everything and nothing was happening at once.
Ultimecia made this show.
Well, no wonder it's so fucking incoherent, because no wonder. Yeah, it all fucking makes sense. It all fucking goes back to Final Fantasy.
Does this mean Year of Spoonie?
It's the year of the Spoonie.
I mean,
all year, every year.
He did say he was literally editing something the other week.
He did. And he did, you know what? He did re-upload a bunch of videos, which I'm going to be honest, thinking about it, he probably did just to see if there were still like anybody willing to watch his bullshit. Because, like, you look at, like, he re-uploaded not even, like, his best videos. He picked completely random old videos to re-upload. Like who fucking gives a shit about, like, Dragon Strike or Clones of Bruce Lee Part 1?
Or Bayou Billy.
No, he didn't re-upload that one. But, like...
that video always sucked.
Yeah. I'm just picking, like... He picked, like, the most random fucking episodes to re-upload. And whether he had a valid reason to re-upload them or not, I don't even know. But, like, he just re-uploaded them, and they got, like, 10,000 views in, like, a day. So I'm pretty sure he re-uploaded all of his random old content just to see if people would still be willing to watch his bullshit. So you know what? I am convinced that if he doesn't get into any more car accidents or do anything stupid for the next, like, 6 months, he'll probably put something out by the end of the year, bare minimum.
You know what? I believe in Spoonie. You're a Spoonie.
I believe... I say this wholeheartedly and unironically. I believe in Spoonie.
If Noah Antwiler, by the end of this year, uploads a video, I will go in the middle of town hall and yell betrayal.
You know what? I will hold you to that.
I will legitimately do that. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do it.
Watch tomorrow.
Oh, fuck! Final Fantasy 13-2. Son of a bitch! I've been waiting 10 goddamn years, Spoonie.
You know what? I was gonna say he's gonna do the "it's been a while, huh?" But he already did that joke, so he's probably not gonna do it again.
No, that's the best part to do it. That's when you do it. All right, Jay. Well, the wheel stopped.
Well, I didn't hear you react, so
I'm holding in my reaction.
There's probably it's not going to be what we've been memeing about because you would have reacted if it was.
I'm holding in my reaction.
All right, fuck it. I want to go to bed. Just post it.
You sure?
Yes.
You sure?
Just fucking post it already.
But what
if it was something that isn't worth it, you would have already respawned.
But what if Phil gets excited?
Phil's not going to watch it anyways.
You know what? You're right, Jay. You're right, Jay. He's not going to watch this. Which is kind of funny because, Jay, he's been shitting about this for fucking years.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. Well,
here we go, everybody. Next time we come to you, we're going to be watching Juko fuck Beetleborgs for Japanese.
That is literally what the title is. Juko fuck Beetleborgs but Japanese. Some of those letters are in there. So,
and Phil is not going to join us for that because he's not going to watch it.
Because he's going to get really excited and then he's going to fucking spend a week to get to episode 1 like he always fucking does.
How long is this show?
It's like average length. So I have no idea.
60 episodes.
No, this was the 90s. They didn't do 60 episode shows anymore.
You say that
unless you're Cosmos, who got like 67 episodes for no particular reason.
Let's see, Jew
Why
fighters.
Did Cosmos get so many episodes?
Who subbed this, Jay? Because I know people have.
I'm pretty sure it was Mega Beast Empire.
Orange Lion subbed this.
It was them or MFE. I don't remember.
Orange Lion.
No, because then the show wouldn't have been finished sub.
They just stop halfway through.
Dude, imagine if they showed up nowadays and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna stop to go sub Saber, or we're gonna stop and sub King Oger," and then you know what? To be fair, if it was either Saber or King Oger, well, no. To be fair, they quit on fucking Ghost, so like I still agree. But they were in the midway through fucking Deno.
They couldn't have stuck with Deno. Like, come on.
No, they couldn't have because that would have made sense.
Yeah, it was Mega Beast Empire.
Yeah, okay.
Do they have the batch? Yes, they. Wait, which one is it? Juko B Fighter, isn't it?
Juko B Fighter, yes.
Because they have. That's Jan person, you asshole. They have. Is it heavy? Please don't tell me that's what it actually fucking. Heavy Shell B Fighter. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Fuck off.
It's because they're bugs, AJ.
No, they're not. They're beetles.
Beetles are bugs.
They're not to me.
Then what are they to you?
Stupid.
You can't say that.
Yeah,
you can't say that. That is not okay to say.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is not. You can't say beetles are stupid.
Yeah, I can.
Beetles are so cool, dude.
It's not like we made an entire semi-career off of reviewing a show based off fucking Beatles.
Beetles are... You can't talk about Beetles that way. It's not okay.
What about the Beetleborgs?
It's not okay.
What if I talk about that? What if I talk that way about the Beetleborgs?
Oh, you can talk about the Beetleborgs that way. Fuck them.
Big Bad Bee. How the fuck did they make that show longer than this show?
I don't know. Well, I mean, to be fair, they did poach from the second season, but I don't know.
True, but it's longer. How the fuck?
It's Saban, dude. Don't even question
To be fair, they also made what was it? The Zoo Rangers, like what, 50 episodes? They made that into like 98 episodes. A fucking Mighty Morphin.
If you count the season 2 and season 3, yeah.
Like, how the fuck?
But to be fair, at least with fucking Power Rangers and Zyuranger, they at least commissioned new footage and they didn't just cheap out. At least with that, they put effort into making it longer.
Big Bad. At least we don't have to watch VR. I never knew VR Troopers was 99 episodes.
Well, that's because there's 2 seasons.
Yeah, but still, fuck off. No.
I mean, look, I'll at least give VR Troopers this. Because it was made for syndication, it's so fucking violent, dude. It gets like really like uncharacteristically violent.
Yeah, but like, why would we watch 99 episodes of that shit?
No, God, I'm not gonna fucking watch every episode of goddamn VR Troopers. I'll watch one season's worth. I'm not gonna watch all of it.
But Toomey Ulivar is there.
It's true.
Wait, he wasn't that, right?
In which one?
VR Troopers? Or was it something else?
What was the name?
Tommy, Jason David Frank.
No, he was going to be in it.
Oh, right. He was gonna, and then they...
Because originally it was originally just going to be Metallica, and it was going to be him in it. And then shenanigans happened, and then they fucking brought in Scheider.
Yeah.
No, it was Just Beyond. I always get them fucking mixed up.
And then they saw Jason David Frank and said, too native, and moved on.
This is kind of what happened, actually.
What?
I don't remember. It was some weird bullshit like that.
Saban being racist? Color me shocked.
Saban doing something offensive? No. Anyways, is this episode still going? Can I go to bed yet?
No, you can't go to bed. Not until Phil gets in here. I'm just kidding. No, he's probably going to be here until like 12 your time.
Yeah, because he works at fucking Costco and he has shit hours.
You know, maybe I should just delete this so he doesn't see it.
Do it. He's never gonna. We're just gonna fucking pretend like we didn't get anything. We're just gonna take a break. Yeah. And
no. You know what? Tell him we're gonna do Loop Hat.
No, because you know what's gonna happen.
He's gonna actually watch it.
He's probably gonna actually. That's gonna be the one that he actually decides to start watching, and he fucking gets like 13 episodes in by the time you actually put the episode out, and he finds out that we lied to him. Like, it's gonna be, if you know what, you should do it because it's gonna be really fucking funny. But at the same time,
I shouldn't do it because it would be really bad.
You know, if you lie to him and say we're not doing B-Fighter, and then he finds out later that we're actually doing B-Fighter once we start, he would, but it would be so fucking funny.
I'm there with like a puddle of blood, stabbed, but it was fucking funny, wasn't it?
It was worth it for the bit. I mean, listen, look, Phil, speaking to you in the future here, we do this bit to Chad too, and you know what? If you were doing it to me, I'd be pissed, but I'd think it was really funny too.
Well, see,
and
it would
do
be
it to AJ too in a heartbeat.
But see, it would be impossible because neither of us would ever miss an episode.
No.
Unless it's like dire, but like we never missed it. I think in the entire time, I think you and I have only missed one.
Yes,
I think collectively
that comes to, except for like that one time you and Chad did a fucking episode on like DBZ or it was like Super or whatever, where I was like, I don't fucking care, I'm sitting out. But I think I was like, that was one like you guys were just gonna do on your own anyways.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I didn't eat. I actually am pretty sure I never have skipped an episode. I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to hold myself to that because I'm sure there was at least one. But I know you definitely were out on like one or two.
It was only one. And that was because I was legitimately dying of the sickness.
You got the proto-COVIDs.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't remember a lot from that year, but I remember that exactly where I was like, fuck, I am dying.
Yeah, I remember why you don't remember a lot from that year.
It's true.
Yes.
But yes, attacking the power of Juju next week.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
I would do it.
I don't know.
How would we review that?
Very carefully.
Yeah.
Because that machine, dude.
It's pretty mean.
That machine makes beans.
And they're pretty
Those
mean.
fucking beans are mean, dude. There's some mean beans in that machine.
So I'm going to be posting.
I don't know what the fuck Robotnik was cooking, but he makes some mean beans.
Come on, Jay, get the link. Get the link so I didn't see it.
All right. Yep, I got the link. I'm good. I could have found it myself. Thank you. I'm not retarded, but
yeah, you are.
Okay. All right.
Just accept it. Just accept it. So yeah, next week, whatever. No, it's not next week. Whenever we finish, it's 53 episodes. Fuck off. Anyways,
whenever
week.
we get around to it.
Yeah.
Whenever
it'll be done when it's done.
And we like that. We like when it's done when it's done. I don't remember.
I'll be at HempCon if anyone needs me. All right, bye.